Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Ladies Room Talk Show. I'm Clarissa Kenty, your Kingdom concierge. Listen, we're having a great day today, Monday. Hey, listen, did y'all see the eclipse? Excuse my voice, I'm a little hoarse. I had to minister yesterday, so y'all just forgive me. But did you see the eclipse today? I had a break at around 1 o'clock or so I got there like right when the moon passed over. So that was pretty cool. I got there right in time. I thought I had missed it, but I didn't. So my office, my studio has windows wrapped all the way around it. So I can see outside, but I couldn't see where the sun was facing. So I had to go downstairs, go outside into the parking lot, and a couple other people who are tenants in that same building. We all were looking through our cell phones. So it was really pretty cool. I enjoyed seeing that. That was, history, something that I don't know if I'll ever see that again in my lifetime. Only comes around a short, very few times. So I don't know if I'll see it again in my lifetime, but I did enjoy seeing that today. Just history, something good to do and to look at. But I didn't have to get glasses. I just looked at my phone. They were telling me that you can look through your phone and still get the same effect and still the protection. So I was pretty cool about that. So I enjoyed that. Also, guys, want to go ahead and share this live as you're coming on to the Ladies Room Talk Show, because we have a power pack events that are taking place this weekend. You don't want to miss that. If you're a woman, you're in the Birmingham area, you have a mom, an auntie, a niece, a cousin, whomever, best friends, sisters, it don't matter. We have some things going on this weekend, guys, in Birmingham that's going to knock your socks off if you are a woman. You don't want to miss it. But before we introduce our guest tonight, I want to go back and give a big kudos and a big shout out to Allison Sanders, owner, founder, director of New Year Productions, LLC. She came onto the show last weekend and we talked about ACAP. ACAP is standardized testing for our young people in the Birmingham City schools, Jefferson County. If you live in Alabama, those were primarily the schools that we're discussing, but also any other state that you live in. You may not have had those standardized tests to take place on last week, but at some point in time, you're going to have that take place. So we talked about the importance of making sure that we as parents know who we are, know the power that we have so that we can help our city schools become more effective to assist our students in school. Want to make sure they're ready for those testings, eating a proper meal, making sure they have breakfast, get to school on time, make sure they have the proper tools that they need in order to do the testing. And so, but we did have a slight concern, I did, because I feel that some of these testings are not suited for our culture in the African-American community. So, hey, that's a long fight that we've been fighting for a long time. Those of us who are having interest in education. And if you remember watching the episode with Good Times with James and Michael and Florida and all of them, they talked about that. They talked about the disparities of the standardized testing that did not accommodate children of color or any other ethnicity. And some of the verbiage that was used, they couldn't adapt. So it didn't mean that they didn't know the techniques of comprehending. It's just they couldn't comprehend what was being shared because it did not relate. And so that's something that I don't think I want to drop that. I'll eventually hit that again. But hey, I think our students did well. Kudos to you parents out there who did what you need to do to make sure that your kids were there. They got there on time. They got their food. They were well rested and they were ready to take those tests. Kudos to you guys and to our teachers out there. Kudos to you. I know it was a rough 2 weeks. Those kids are not really attentive or don't really want to pay attention during those weeks. And then they come either off a break or they're waiting to go on to break. I think those tests were done prior to spring break. So they were ready for their spring break. So I know that was tough for you, but you got through it. And so on to the next thing. So tonight we have two amazing guests going to be coming inside the Ladies Room Talk Show tonight. First, we have with us, she's no stranger to the Ladies Room Talk Show. In fact, she was inside the Ladies Room a couple of weeks ago. And did we not have a good time? If y'all missed it, go back into my page, look it up, guys. We had Mrs. V, aka Valencia Johnson, in the building inside the Ladies Room, and she is back. You know why? Because she always has something going on, and she has a really great event that's going to be taking place this Sunday. Mrs. V.
Woo! Hey!
Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm so elated. I'm so appreciative. My mom said when people invite you back, you must have been a good guest. So
Oh, you are excellent. I enjoyed myself, had fun. I'm still laughing and gleaming about
I
how much
love you.
you opened up the Epic Center, which
Yeah.
is your center, your church, you and Big Ed out there on a Third Avenue,
West.
and also known as Bestman Super House.
West side.
So yes, look at you. Start watching signs now. Watch it, watch it. But but hey, she opened the doors for us guys, and the set was beautiful. We just had really had an amazing time.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
wanted to bring you back on because we talked a little bit, I think, about your conference that's going to be taking place this Sunday, but we really weren't able to go in depth. So I want to talk a little bit more about what people can expect. And from the time you're on the show before Mrs. B, you added about 10 million more people to that flyer.
Wow. It wasn't that many. No, 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 no. You know, listen, George Stewart said Valencia is always going to share her platform. Actually, no, it's the same amount of people. It's just so crazy because when I looked at it, shout out to Dr. Mark Raby, who actually created the flyer, because he was like, girl, it is 100 people on this flyer. So you and him must have been talking behind my back. Mm-hmm.
Not
But-
this time.
Well, listen, no. It's we started off with the same amount of people, but I wanted to sort of target multiple areas because this is not just about eating and fellowshipping, but it's about being empowered. And you know, I said this to the ladies when they accepted my invitation. I said, you know, I could do this by myself. And I'm not saying that to be braggadocious.
Right.
I mean, I've had a lot of life. You know, I've been a mother, a married woman, a single mother, you know, a grieving mother. You know, I've lost a child and so many different facets of my life. I could talk about all the areas that I'm going to get these other women in on, but I believe that we know in part, we prophesy in part, and instead of us trying to do it all ourselves, let's call our girls. As a matter of fact, I thought about on Hidden Figure. You remember the movie Hidden Figure?
Mhm.
Octavia Spencer was getting ready to get a promotion.
Yep.
And she said, not without my girls. And
Yep.
that's what this was about for me. Not without my girls. Yeah, you can come in here, Miss V, and I can do comedy and preach and sing and act. But you know what? I don't want to be the only one that, talk to our sisters. I want us to talk. And so that's why I call together, I believe, a great conglomerate of women who are from multiple walks of life to say, hey, give your perspective on this area or in this subject.
Yeah, I like it. You know what I like about it, Mrs. B? It's not people that you commonly see all the time. They're and I know most of them, but there are people who are like what you say. They bring a different vibe. Conference. And I am so looking forward to them and seeing them all in one space. I'm interested in seeing how you have a cake and you're putting different little things in the cake, and certain things make the cake, like red velvet. That's one of the items. If you leave it out, that's it. That's not red.
That's it. It's over. Got to put that cocoa in there.
There's a lot of stuff you got.
And that buttermilk. I know when I'm eating a true red velvet cake, if I got the cocoa and the buttermilk. Now, if you done went and got the box cake and dyed it red, you ain't winning me. I look for certain flavors.
It's got to be and moist, but I digress. Never mind. Let me go.
But that's a good analogy, because we got Dr. Mia, who is a board certified gynecologist, and I've been to a gynecologist, but I'm not one. Right. And there are some things about the body that only Dr. Mia Cowan is qualified to really talk to us intelligently about. And so I wanted a doctor in the room. And of course we have the educational perspective with Davita Hill and Dr. Dr. Chandra Carter. They are going to be, let me clean this up. Davita Johnson. I'm always seeing Davita Hill Johnson, but she's Davita Johnson and Dr. Chandra Carter. They are going to be in our educational piece. You got the the advocate against gun violence, which is a huge thing right now going on in our world. A lot of murders and killings across the, country. And so we got somebody who can talk candidly about that. And then, of course, we have several other, topics we're going to reach in and just kind of dig into. But my whole goal is empowerment.
Right.
My whole goal is empowerment. Yes, let's eat, let's fellowship, but let's be empowered. There are a lot of women. I spoke to a lady prior to coming on the interview who shared a situation with me about a young girl who's the mother of 6 and she's only 21 and her life is just broken. And I thought about, I had my 7th child by the age of 29. So I wasn't that far from her. But I do know the Leah syndrome is real. You think if I have this baby, it's going to bring me this. If I have that baby, he'll do this. If I have this baby, it'll happen. And so I think we need to have those conversations because people look at me now. They look at me now, Clarissa, and they see success. Or some people, I don't know what people see, but I know I've come a long way. And I didn't get here by myself. I got here because I had other women ministering to me, empowering into me. And that's what I want to do. And it's a brunch. It's not a conference. It's a brunch. Okay. And it's not going to be your traditional womp, 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 womp. I'm a drama queen. So it's definitely going to be staged, or should I say stages. And we're going to try to add a new flavor to this whole brunch or empowerment conference panel sort of thing. So don't expect what's normal when it comes to just you see a bunch of women, you think they're gonna just get up one at a time or behind each other and talk. I'm telling you, it's gonna be very unique and it's gonna be awesome.
That's good. One thing about you, Ms. B, I don't think when we think Mrs. B, we don't ever think normal.
Yeah.
In a bad way. You're gonna always wow. And it's going to be, we'll think one thing, but then we'll see something totally different. I like that about you. You're always full of unexpected surprises.
Yeah.
Good thing. And so I believe that with the panel that you have and coming out, I think it's just $35 to get in. And
just $35.
That's nothing.
And
I think what time did the doors open? It starts at around 2:00, I believe, is what I have on my calendar.
That's correct. It's at 2:00, and the doors are going to open around about 1:15, 1:30. People will start to load up in the parking lot and want to get in. And I'm saying, y'all ain't never been to Broadway. Like, you can't just go in the house. The house has to open.
Right.
So I'm trying to teach us that. But, people get excited and they want to be there. So we're going to open up the doors. I'm going to say for sure at about 1:30, because it's going to be like a restaurant. So you're going to sit at your table and you're going to get your food and you're going to eat and fellowship. And we're going to have DJ Martinaire that's going to be there just on the ones and twos, getting us in the mood and setting the tone. And then, of course, I'm going to come out and we're going to do some ice breaking. And believe it or not, a lot of people say, Ms. B, as a matter of fact, one of your very good friends and my friend too, you just had her on the show, Allison Sanders. She actually said, we want to see you. And so I appreciate that. So I'm going to come out and do an icebreaker, and then we're going to just toss the mic and let the room be filled with just this powerful group of women. And the audience is going to be a part of this event as well. So people are not just going to be sitting just, dormant, waiting to be talked to. I want them to, bring their parts and ask their questions and speak their, concerns and offer to the conversation, because that's what I'm really calling it, a conversation amongst women.
That's going to be good. Now, let me ask you this. Is there a dress attire? Is there a certain way you need to come, or is it cute casual or funky fly, or
you know what, I'm a theme girl, but not this time. Just come as you are. It's Sunday. A lot of people, I'm sure, will be coming from church. There are other people who may be coming from out of town, and of course you want to dress comfortable for that reason alone. But we want you to just come as you are. It's I want you to consider it to be brunch with your girls. You know what I mean? I wear certain things to brunch, and some people are fly just by nature. You just classy all the time, Clarissa. So I wouldn't expect anything different. Your classy is funky. Your classy is fly. Your classy is chic. So, I just want people to come and be comfortable. We do have Christine Law, who is going to be there. with that fitness piece, and she's going to be, giving us some different techniques we can use at home without necessarily having to go to the gym. So I just want people to be comfortable. I just want it to be an amazing turnout. And I can tell you that the tickets are moving, but not at the pace that I like for them to. I really wanted to be sold out like yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's,
V, now you do know with as many events you've done and for March,
I know.
Alabama is typically a walk-up state. You know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Faint not.
Absolutely. Faint not. Yeah.
State. So some people are buying right on the day of.
Right.
So, but you have VIP options as well, because most people ask about that.
Well, no, I don't. One of the things that I'm actually trying to get away from, Clarissa, and I know it's a big deal. People like to feel important. But when we're in these kinds of settings, I want everybody to feel VIP. I want everybody to feel important. I want every part of the room to be a space that you feel like is a chosen space. And so that's why the way I'm staging the room is going to be so cool and so funky. You're going to be center wherever you are. There's going to be stages. I don't want to give it all away, but it's just going to be good.
So what is safe to say, get there early though?
Get there early, yes, because it is just like I said, restaurant seating. So it's going to be tables, and there are a few groups that are coming. And so, of course, they got a table for their specific groups. Also, that's a good thing. I can plug that. If you have a group, so say, for example, you have an organization or your church choir, your praise team, and y'all want to come and have dinner, have brunch with us, you can call ahead and say, hey, Miss V, I got a party of 10, I got a party of 12, and we'll make sure that you all are able to sit together. But we're just gonna get in, amen, and get comfortable. And I actually like people meeting people they never have met or talked to before. That's one of the things that I love doing, in these kinds of environments, because sometimes you can't get as open when you're with your girlfriend. If something was triggered and you have not discussed that with her, you would probably draw back and not really talk. But I think if we create an atmosphere where there's a level of freedom and liberty, we won't leave the way we came.
Okay, awesome. So now, Miss V, how can someone get their tickets? I'm Cash App this out.
Yes. So we're gonna do Cash App. Will you post that for me? It's $epic word, and the code word is stepping. The brunch is called Put Some Spring in Your Step. And so it's $EPICWORD, and the code word, so that I'll know it's a ticket, is stepping, and the tickets are $35.
Okay. And that code word is stepping.
STIPPING.
Or lower.
Stepping. It's just capital STEPPING, stepping.
Okay, all caps.
No, just the S is capital. Well, I guess it don't matter. It's not going to be sensitive.
Okay, and the same.
It's just the code.
Same thing with the $sign.
Yeah, $sign is capital E and then PICWORD. So $, epic word, capital E, and then the rest are lowercase.
Okay, let's see if this is how it should read.
That's exactly right.
Okay,
yes,
very good.
And after you put stepping, and that's fine, but it's stepping. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Because you the kind of girl, you was a high stepper, so you stepping.
Hush me, hush.
Okay. I always wanted to be one. I'm just telling you, I envy you. They wouldn't let the dark skin girls in. But yeah, so it's just a code for me to know the difference, because that's also my ministerial Cash App. And I didn't want to go through all these different changes of Cash App, so I just left it there and used the code word. But I'm eagerly anticipating women to come from all over. I've been really praying for God for a large amount of women 45 and below, not to leave me and my girlfriends out, but because I believe that group of women needs more encouragement than we know. Again, I just talked to a young lady who has a friend that's 21 and already 6 babies. These girls are hurting. They need to know we've made mistakes, and we didn't get here on our own. We had each other. And what I'm trying to do is create a village
Mm,
again, because we used to have one. We used to could say hooty hoo, and girls came
yeah.
out of the woodwork. And now, it's
Yeah.
your weave and your lace front and your baby hair and
Right.
fingernails and everybody jacking and pulling, and ain't no more sisterhood.
Right.
So
Right.
that's my goal. My heart is sisterhood. I'm an only child. And I, of course, my dad had other children, but I grew up, you know, um, my grandmother raised me, and I didn't have any sisters around me. My auntie was, a sister formed for me, but she was already grown and gone. And
Right.
I just think we missing that element in our community, that sisterhood, that hood, that community that says, I'm not in competition. I'm not in competition with you. I want to compliment. I don't want to compete. I want to compliment. I want to help build you up. And
Right.
then likewise, we build each other.
Hmm. I love that. And that's the whole, I mean, one of the essence of empowerment, where you are
Yeah.
giving power away. That's what
Yeah.
empowerment means. You're giving a sense of power away to another.
Amen.
And I like it. I think it's going to be great Sunday. Guys, remember to go out there to and cash app and do $ epic word. Use the code word stepping so that
Mhm.
Miss B will know that this cash app is for the conference on Sunday, which is $35. Get there early. Doors open up at around 1:15, 1:30, and the brunch will start at 2 at the Epic Center. So you want to go out there and get involved. To learn more information, go out there to Valencia Johnson's website or Valencia Johnson's Facebook page. Go
That's
out
correct.
there. It's more information out there, guys, about what's taking place. And then also, before we end up, B, let's talk a little bit about the revival that
Well,
you.
I want to say this. They can also, if you put my number on there, Clarissa, they can also reach out to me at 205-212-0399. Um, the revival, all of this is flowing in the same vein. I believe we're in the fourth month of this year, and there's already been so much happening. And I want this empowerment conference to be a time of just rejuvenating and, just rebooting, because we make a whole lot of plans at the beginning or at the end of the year for the beginning of the year. And then by the, middle of the year or the fourth month, fifth month, we already, sort of exhausted over all that stuff. Well, we ain't going back to the gym. We ain't gonna start, we're gonna go from vegan back to whatever. We did the Daniel fast, and now we back on cakes and pies and all this stuff. So I think, we need to have that reboot. And so that's what the empowerment brunch is about. And the revival is likewise. So every Thursday in this month of April, at 6:30, we are at the Epic Center, 1301 3rd Avenue West, Birmingham, Alabama, 35208 in revival. Now, I grew up in the church. Most people don't know me. People think they know me, Clarissa, but they don't know me. My grandmother raised me, and I was beating the drums at tent revivals when I was a little girl. All of my girlfriends will have you weak, because they will say, Miss Leola had Valencia reading the Bible, like an old lady. And I'm grateful. I'm not mad. I was then, because I wanted to go to the skate rink and be like the rest of the girls. I wanted to be normal. But my mama knew that was nothing normal about me, nor the call that was on my life. And she was meaning to cultivate that. But back in the day, we had revivals. We had, amen, services that was, amen, just strictly, amen, to praise God and to call on God and be, just uplifted in the presence of God. And that's exactly what's happening every Thursday in this month of April. We are in revival. The old song says, now let us all go back
Yeah.
to that old landmark. And I think what has happened is we so, modernized now, and everybody, independent and getting they secure in the bag, and you are completely depleted and drained, and you need reviving. And so that's when I come in, amen, to just take us back into that place where we can get in the presence of God and be revived. So
Amen.
every Thursday at 6:30, we are in there. We have exhorters. Our very own Allison Sanders is one. Last week we had Benita Foster.
Okay.
And then of course we got Prophetess Lisa Foster. We have Lady Drea Cobb. I'm telling you, a prophet and a bona fide preaching machine. So they're gonna be going before me. They're like my John the Baptist. They're the forerunners. They're setting the atmosphere and the tone. And then I'll get up and preach around 7 o'clock and get us out of there so we can get back to work on time Friday morning. But it's gonna be an awesome time in God.
Amen. So, guys, listen, a lot of things going on at the Epic Center. Get out there on one of these Thursdays at 6:30, and you will not be disappointed. Go out there and just lay out before him, because I know
Yes,
B, so she's going to allow you to be free in the spirit.
yes,
So,
absolutely.
from there and go. So,
Yes.
now that opportunity to move you and reset you. So, guys, remember this Sunday at 2 o'clock at the Epic Center, there's going to be an amazing brunch that would take place. Put some
Put some spring in your step.
I had to see
And
it
you
on.
know, Larissa, we didn't tell them the menu. So we're gonna have shrimp and grits and
That's
chicken
it.
and waffles and brunch croissants and mimosas. It's gonna be really good.
Delicious. I'm
Yeah.
there. I can't wait. I'm coming. And when you come straight from church, you know you're gonna be hungry now.
Oh yeah, you ready to eat.
My
You ready to eat. Yes, 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 yes. I'm super excited. Can't wait to see you. And I'm super excited about me and you collaborating and doing more of this.
Yeah.
Um, I was talking to a friend of ours, and it was like, V, you ain't called me. I was like, oh, trust me, we're some of the OGs of this thing, because you know, you and I've been on multiple panels together. I
Mhm.
did. You brought up something that was real true, and I know you gotta go. You brought up something that was real true to this whole selection process. God was talking to me about those that we don't normally see.
Right.
You know, where those anointings that, you know, may be overlooked or not actually tapped into. And
Mhm.
so these girls, although all of them are powerhouses in their own right, they
Yes.
feel not, you know, been just showcased so much. And I tell you what, you are in for a treat because they are all loaded.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I plan to be there, guys, and I hope you
Thank
plan to
you.
be there too. Make sure you
Thank
get out
you.
there, Cash App Mrs. V at $ Epic Word. Use that code word stepping so she'll know exactly what you're going to be purchasing, and that's going to be that $35 ticket. You won't be disappointed. She just mentioned the brunch. She's telling you what it's going to be. You're usually going to pay about $50 to get all of that. So y'all, you pay this $35 to get that brunch alone, in addition to amazing, amazing experiences on that day. So make sure you reach out to them, guys. I hope to see you guys there at the Epic Center this Sunday at 2 o'clock p.m. Miss V, thank you for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it.
I love you so very much. I love you. Send
Girl.
my love to the man of God. Tell him I'm blowing him kisses and those grown babies of yours. I love you so much. Thank
Oh,
you. You're definitely my shero. I
yeah,
appreciate you.
and same here. Love you too.
Thank you.
Tell your son and your daughter. I'm supposed to be reaching out to them in the next week.
Okay, yeah, they've been talking about you ever since you left.
Yes,
Okay,
no,
yes.
we'll be reaching out probably the end of this week.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right, love you, sis. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Guys, let me tell you, don't miss it now. Mrs. V has something in store for all of us, and it's really, really, really going to be great. Now, coming up next, we have another amazing event that's going to be taking place this weekend in Birmingham, Alabama. It's not one day, but it's 2 days of amazing, power pack, powerful women. They're going to be speaking and sharing the word, guys, and it's centered around what? Wounded women. How many of us have been through so many things in our lives, and it's left us broken, busted, disgusted. I know I've been through some things. I know you've been through some things, but this is the weekend, guys, that you want to come lay all of that thing at the feet of God and leave it there, and leave that place, the Guiding Light Church. You're going to leave there, guys, so different than the way you came. Come with expectation, because it's going to be a powerful time in God. We got the founder, the creator of this conference. It's the first annual. We're excited about that. Pam Brown,
Yes.
you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Well, welcome to the Ladies Room. I believe this is your first time.
Yes, it is.
It
I'm
shall,
excited.
it shall not be your last.
Okay.
Okay. So listen, tell us about this conference, because it's a 2-day conference. I know it's
Yes.
going to be Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
I know that I'm going to be one of the featured speakers, so I'm excited about that. Woo, woo, woo.
Exactly.
So let's just talk about the organization. You have a nonprofit called WOW, WOW organization. primarily focused on women. Let's talk about that a little bit, and then let's go into your conference that you have this weekend.
Okay. Well, the organization is called Wow Girl, and Wow stands for Woman of Worth. That group was created to empower, encourage, uplift women to become their best selves. So a lot of times as women, as Ms. D just said a few minutes ago, we don't feel like we have a place where we can actually talk to each other and iron out our differences or talk about topics that affect us. So Wow Girl was created for that reason. It's a safe space. The women in the groups are coming and we're having discussions on various topics. So yeah, that's what we do.
I
So that's how
love
it started.
I've been on a couple of them. I was a speaker at one of your weekend conferences, and I'm telling you, we had a ball from
Yes, we
the
did. Yeah.
takeaway gifts. I mean, the gifts that you give, I call them parting gifts. Those
Okay.
parting gifts were spectacular. I mean, every year, those gifts are on point. Last year, I went and I am still digging in my bag for stuff. Do you hear me? And I
Yeah.
remember Pam, I was telling Pam, I said, Pam, I said, I never realized that I don't have stuff with my name on it or with my initials on it, that has Clarissa this or C this or, CLK this. I just didn't have those type of things and didn't realize it until I got this bag, my parting gift. And I had like 5 or 6 different things with my name on it, had engraved things on this and embroidered stuff on that. And I went, wow, I never noticed I don't have anything with my name on it. So, it it was so much fun to get those items and then to push me to do more things to get my name on things. And so since the
Right.
the retreat, I have gotten a cup, a really cute cup with my initials on it. I got 2 or more cups, a coffee mug, and a couple of things with my initials on it. So I am definitely doing more to just get my name on things. And so
Very
the
good.
conference is a really good thing. And hopefully I'll bring you back at another time, Pam, as we start talking about your women's retreats. That is just life changing for everyone. And you always have really great speakers. This last time you had PK Fitness come in with Peggy Keebler, and she came in and she did a stretching session on every single one of us who came to that
Right.
retreat. And when I
Yes.
tell you, I didn't realize how tight and how tense I was until Peggy stretched me. And when she did, I was like, oh my gosh, woo saw,
Right.
just
Right.
loose. And so that I try to implement that in my day-to-day routine now. In the mornings, I'll do a 5 or 10 minute stretch session in the mornings. And I'm
Right.
just stretching and just loosening myself up. And then when I go to the gym, if I'm ripped, she really puts it on me at the gym. Then Peggy will stretch me afterwards. But I'm telling you, just the things that you've introduced has been
Right.
really great. And so a lot of people don't know you've been doing the wow experience really for several years now.
Yes, I have. I started in 2017. So this is our 7th year. And I think I've been doing the end of the year cleanse for about 5 years.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
So you've
it's
been doing it for a while. It's been you're what I call a quiet storm because you come and you kick butt and you take names. When you come at it, you coming and you coming 100. And I love that. And so in the you would do some type of Friday night event sometimes or a Saturday night event. And one you had where it's a panel of men. My husband was one of the guys that was on the panel.
right.
Girl,
Yes.
and the women were in there asking questions of the men. Oh, and they were very honest. They were very open. And I enjoyed
That
being a
yeah.
part of that. That was really good. You're always thinking out of the box and you're always thinking about girly things or what women would like or appreciate, or you're always thinking about what women maybe are not exposed to, but you're exposing them to something different and
Right.
not just for an event, but for a lifetime.
Right. That's because I have sometimes those conversations with my girlfriends. So if they're experiencing those things or we're experiencing those things, there are others out there that need that too. So I'm just trying to open the conversation and create a place where we can talk about those things and get honest and open opinions. about those different topics. So yeah, I just try to do what I feel that God is telling me to do.
Yes, and I think it's
Yes,
amazing. I'm glad that you decided to take it to another step and to have your first conference, which will be this weekend. I'm
yes,
excited about this conference. We talked earlier today, and you mentioned that you already have 150 people already RSVP'd for this event.
yes,
So I know it's going to be a lot of people at this event. And really, to be honest, that's really good for someone to do their first event and you have that many people sign up. And so I think
yes.
that's really great. The first night, which will be this Friday night at 7 o'clock, I think, p.m.
It starts at 6:30 with the meet and greet. The conference actually starts at 7.
So be there at the 6:30, guys, because her meet
Yes,
and greets, mwah, 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 mwah. It's gonna
yes.
be
Come at 6:30.
juicy. Yeah.
Yes.
So what can we expect on that first night?
So on the first night, you're just coming in, you're trying to get comfortable, you'll get a little information about what Wow Girl is, what it's about. Then we'll have a dynamic speaker, Minister Alo McCants. She will bring the message on that Friday night, and then we'll have a little interactive activity that we're planning that night. And hey, we're just gonna have fun. We're gonna take our shoes off, have fun. We're gonna laugh. You may even cry. Whatever you need to do, it's a safe space, and you're gonna do.
So you said just come and just be comfortable, let your hair
Yes.
down. So is there a theme, or is there a wardrobe that we have to dress, a dress code? What are we, how should we come?
No thing. Just come as you are. If you're coming from work and you have on a suit or dress, you can wear that. You can wear jeans. Of course, let's just be respectful.
Right.
It is a church.
Mhm.
So just come as you are, though.
Okay.
No,
So 6:30 will be the meet and greet. So come a little bit
yes,
earlier, guys, so you can get on in and get settled and meet everyone. And then make sure you meet somebody. Try to
yes,
introduce yourself to someone that you don't know. I think that's a way that we can connect and build your network of friends when you come to a network and not just eat, because the food's gonna be good. But eat and network.
the
Eat
snack's
and
gonna be
network. The
good.
snacks are gonna be good. Yes. So so the first night, Alo, and she is a powerhouse, guys. Let me tell you, if
Yes, she
you've never
is.
heard her speak, she is life changing and she's real and she's direct and she comes with the thing. And so
Yes,
by the time you get through hearing her, you're going to be motivated to leap off of buildings and fly literally like Superman, because she is just that motivating and
yes,
that
she is.
powerful.
Yes,
And
she
so
is.
if you're heavy, guys, you need some motivation. Hey, Alo is the girl. I'm telling you, it's going to be a powerful, powerful experience. And so we're going to get kicked off there Friday night. That's going to be at the Guiding Light Church. That's the Guiding Light Church.
Mhm.
And go to Guiding Light. You can get the address there. Also, you can go to Pam's Facebook page and get a flyer that's circulating now. It's going to be circulate on my page as well, where you can get more information. There is a QR code that will kind of guide you on where you can go to RSVP. Now, it is a free event, correct, Pam?
Yes, it is. It's free,
Okay.
and you can register on Eventbrite.
It's a free event. So your registration is not for payment per se. It's just to let the organizers know that how many people to expect for, because on Saturday we kick off at 8 o'clock, correct?
8:30.
8:30.
Meet
Okay,
and
get
greet
that
at
eight.
8:30. Yes,
Get
and we'll
that eight.
start at 9.
Okay, great, great, great.
Yes.
So 8:30, guys, we're gonna get there. Be comfortable, be cute casual. I know how Pam is. Cute casual would be appreciated. It doesn't have to
Yes.
be, but it would be appreciated. So cute casual. And then on Saturday, Pam, what can we expect to experience on Saturday?
So we're going to bring that energy from Friday night over to Saturday. We'll have some breakout sessions talking about the different levels of hurt. And then we'll end it all with the dynamic Pastor Yolanda Crenshaw with her message, and then a deliverance service at the end. But we'll have you and Elder Pat Lowe during the breakout sessions. So we're excited about that. We're asking everybody to come out and just come with the open mind, come being ready to get rid of all of your past hurt, present hurts, and
Right.
get delivered so we can move on and do what God is calling us to do.
Yes. So when they come on Saturday, what are those workshops going to be about? I think you have two options. They're going to be addressing two different topics.
Yes, the two workshops are, one is relational hurt, and that's any kind of hurt. Loss, male female relationships, girlfriend relationships, and then we'll have a second one, which is church hurt. So we know that a lot of people have been hurt by the church. They've left churches because of it, and then they'll go to another church and experience something else over there. So we want to talk about church hurt so that we can, just clean all this stuff up.
Yes, and I think it's going to be great because I believe the workshops take place before Pastor Yolanda Crenshaw gets up.
Yes, definitely.
So, what an amazing way to get the information that you need dealing with that hurt, be it church hurt or relational hurt, dealing with it, being ministered to about it. And the deliverance actually starts in the workshops and will end up with Pastor Yolanda Crenshaw when she goes in and conducts that deliverance service. And that deliverance service that Pastor Crenshaw is amazing. And guys, I know most of you know who Pastor Yolanda T. Crenshaw is. She is the pastor of the Heal International Church. And she comes on live really every first Saturday of the month at 6 a.m. You guys, and it's good to experience that via live. But if you can get there at 6 a.m. She's had people to drive 2 hours before to come to that 6 a.m. deliverance service that she has every first Saturday of the month. And that's at 105 Vulcan Road. You can go out there and get more information on her page as well. But you don't want to miss those deliverance services. But for Saturday, guys, you got to be there. If you've been bound, if you've been broken, if you've been hurt, and you've been carrying this thing around for years and months and months and years and days, and you're tired of it, who wants to walk around with a ball and chain wrapped around your leg of hurt and disappointment and dismay? Because that's what it is. And it will slow you up from doing what God has called you to do when you're wounded and when you're hurt. So this is the time to be delivered. What better time than to come and to be in a safe space? This conference or this 2-day conference is offering a safe space for you to come to be delivered and set free.
Yes.
And then we just bind up the spirit of Lot's wife that you'll never look back to that space again in your life. And so what a wonderful time to have that done, guys. And I believe that we have brunch or maybe something to eat on that day as well. I'm all about food.
We have some snacks, some refreshments.
Oh, cool. I'm looking forward to that. PK Fitness is in the building.
Okay.
So make sure they're healthy snacks, right?
Okay.
PK Fitness, are you coming to the brunch this weekend? Are you coming to the conference this weekend? I know she has a lot of clients on the weekend, so
yes.
But hopefully she can come. I think it'll be great. And so, guys, listen, you want to make sure that you go over to Pam Brown's Facebook page. There is a setup, a flyer there, guys, that has the QR code on it. Hit that QR code, but that link is also there on her page as well. Go to Eventbrite, sign up. It is a 2-day conference, Friday night, and it wraps up Saturday afternoon. You don't want to miss this. These speakers are powerful. They are not novice. All of these women are ministers of the gospel, and they're coming and they're bringing it, and you don't want to miss it. Come with great expectation. I have to say that. Come with great expectation, because I believe when you do, God is going to give you what you expect.
That's right. And have fun.
Yes, Pam believes in that too. Having fun. So I'm coming for the fellowship, the friends, the word, and also for the snacks.
Okay, snacks. I got you. I got you on the snacks.
I'm coming, guys, but make sure that you come too. And one thing about it, we love to support each other as women. We need to come and support each other. We need to come and fellowship with each other. We need to get to know other people. Get out of your same circle. And I'm not saying that you go out and, build close besties. If God leads it to that, then do it. But what I am saying is that we have to get outside of our bubble and stop being so small in just being in just our network of friends and not expanding. We were put on this earth for God to use us to get to other people. And the
Right.
only way that we do that is that we have to get out and meet other people. You never know. You may be a prayer to someone that they've been praying for a long time. They've been praying for a friend like you.
Right.
So, we want to be involved. We want to be connected. So let's get out, guys. You may be an introvert. You may not like people that much. But I promise you, if you can get to this conference, it's going to be life-changing for you. And it's going to be something that's going to be, I'll say this, the way Pam does things, it's an experience you will never forget. And you will bring something home with you that will change your life forever. And you'll always refer back to it. In all the conferences I've been to, retreats, weekends, events, I always bring something home with me, and I never forget what I've learned, what has blessed me. I have never, ever, ever left empty-handed. And when I mean empty-handed, I'm not meaning tangible things. I mean spiritual things.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really been great. Pam, let me ask you this: what made you decide to do this conference?
That's a great question. And I don't know. I actually think that so many women right now have already been helped. And I'm trying to bring the awareness to other women that we may not be able to reach in our small, as you say, our small circles, because that's what it is. It's our small circles. So I think that it's just time for me to bring that awareness to other women, so that they can be blessed as well. I have two great groups of women right now, and everybody is super excited about where they are in the groups and how they are growing and how they are maturing and how they're, able to discuss those different topics with other women. Because as you said, sometimes we can be blessings to other people just by, sharing what you know or what you learned.
Absolutely. So, yeah. And I've made friends in the groups that we go to on our retreats. The last 2 retreats that I've been on, I met a group of people I've never met before the first time. And then the next, I think last year, some of those same people came, but then there were a new group of people that came as well. And honey, I think I laughed more than anything that whole weekend.
Yes, it's about fun.
Oh my gosh, just great, great, great women. And just, transparent moment. I've never really been into doing those types of things. I don't think I've ever told you that, but I just never have really been. A lot of people look at me as being extroverted because of what I do. My degree is in mass communications and broadcast. And so I'm always in front of people. I'm always speaking. I'm always doing that. That's my natural knack. But there are times where I can be very introverted as well, and guarded and protected. Sure. And so God has delivered me from that. And so when you were on me for that first one. It was like, no, you need to be here. You need to come. And I might be able to. And then how you got me is when you put me on program to speak. That's how you got me. And I'm like, ugh. And then from that point, I was like hooked. And so, but God has just really been doing some amazing things. And a lot of times, guys, and I hope I'm talking to someone tonight, you got to get out of yourself. Mm-hmm. You got to really get out of yourself. You got to get out of what you normally do, or get out of what feels comfortable to you. You need to get out of that space and do something different. Get out of that space and stop being so guarded and protected of yourself, and see who else you can touch by just being yourself and being in the room with other people. And so to this weekend, you want to be in the room Friday night, Saturday morning at Guiding Light Church, talking about women who are wounded women. We're talking to you. If you're wounded, we're talking to you. If you've never been hurt, disappointed, or anything like that, we're still talking to you, because the day may come that you do experience some type of hurt or disappointment. And guess what? You already have the download in your spirit to know how to handle it. So this conference is for every woman. Doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter your color, your skin color. It doesn't matter. Right. This is for you. It's a free conference, 2-day free conference. Who has a free conference? Free. Who has a free conference?
It's free.
Snacks.
It may not be free next year, but it's free this year.
It's free this year. So you better get on RSVP, be in the building, be in the room, guys. because it's going to be spectacular. It really is. Pam, thank you so
Yes.
much for hanging out with us in the ladies' room. We know
Thank
this is going to be
you.
spectacular. Guys, there's 150 people already signed up. You don't want to be left out of this. I don't know if there's a cap on it. I'm quite sure it is. If it's free, it's probably going to be a cap, but you want to be in the building. So don't forget to sign up. Don't wait too late, okay? Get into the room Friday night, Saturday morning. The conference kicks off Friday at 6:30. Be in the building. Cute cash was what we're looking for, guys. But
That's
come
right.
as
So
well.
let me ask you this.
Yes.
So you trying to take me out of my comfort zone, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't. This is not me.
I done.
Okay.
But you did a good job, Pam. And you have to look forward to more of these things. But I figured out what gets you back.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you.
Payback.
I love it. You did a great job tonight. So, Pam, do you have any encouraging words for the ladies tonight, especially those who are hurting? Any type of words you'd like to leave with them tonight?
I would just say, please come out and support us. Come find out what it's about. Grab your girlfriends. You can register on site. You don't have to register at Eventbrite. If you decide at the last minute, you can just come on and register on site. But we are trying to help women that are hurting. Everybody has experienced some type of hurt.
Yeah.
Even just male-female relationships. You know we've been hurt by guys at some point or another. And everybody has experienced some type of loss. Mm-hmm. Just come out. Hear the messages that are going forth. And as Clarissa said, with the expectation, we want you to get delivered.
Yes. Amen. All right, guys. Yes. So make sure you go out there to our Facebook page, get the QR code, get more information, and then continue to watch my personal page. And I'll probably drop it inside the ladies' room as well. I'm going to put that QR code up there, but I'm also going to put the link so that you can RSVP for this weekend. All right. Pam, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I look forward to seeing you.
Yes. I'm going to see you on Friday.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for coming in.
You guys. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
All right, guys, listen. So this weekend, woohoo, it's going to be powerful. It's so much going on this weekend, and you want to be there, be in the place. It's going to kick off this Friday night, Saturday night at the Guiding Light Church. The WOW organization is putting this on. Pam Brown is the founder. You don't want to miss this. Go out there to Eventbrite and sign up. It's not too late. 150 people are already signed up. You don't want to be left out with that. And then on Sunday, it's going to come around at Miss V out there at the Epic Center. You don't want to miss that at Well. I mean, it's going to be a whole weekend of just all things, all Jesus. All things, all Jesus, and you don't want to miss it, guys. So get to that conference Friday, Saturday, and then wrap up with the brunch over at the Epic Center. Mrs. V is putting that on there. It's going to be spectacular. Go out there and cash app her at $ Epic Center, Epic Center, or Epic Word. I think it's Epic Center. Code word stepping. All right, guys, a whole weekend packed of all things, all Jesus for women. So it's going to be a wonderful time in Birmingham, Alabama. Be sure to be in the place. I'm going to be at all of those days. I will be in the building and enjoying myself, and I hope to see you there too. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us inside the Ladies Room Talk Show. We love you so much. We can't be who we are without you. Will you support us? You always do, and we are so forever grateful. If you're just tuning in, go ahead and share this out to your network of friends. Tell people about this amazing events. They're going to be taking place this weekend on your network. If you got 5,000 followers, you know you have a lot of women on your network, okay? They're in the Birmingham area, Gadsden, Fairfield, Midfield, Montgomery, Atlanta even. Go ahead and share it so they can come out and be a part of this weekend. Is going to be spectacular. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. As always, love you so much. Have a great, wonderful rest of the evening and a safe and prosperous week. Good night.
Step into the ladies' room with